Join us for the very first IFL Live at London's Indigo at the O2, Sunday, August the 13th, with me, Cook and Cassius, and some very special guests, Eddie Hearn, Darren Barker, Johnny Fisher and more. Tickets now on sale. So in the words of Eddie Hearn,
you get up, you dress up, and you fucking shut up.
Andrew McCART, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. I'm here with Troy Williamson, back in the win column. Troy, solid 6 round under your belt there. How do you feel?
Yeah, I feel good. Valuable 6 rounds there after a 7-month layout, so really happy with the 6 rounds.
I mean, it was a tough nut to crack, and I said to you before we walked in here, I said 2 more rounds, if that was an 8-rounder, you maybe could have got him out there, because it seemed like he was fading in the 6th round there. Yeah,
possibly. Like 6 rounds with somebody as crafty and as durable as him. It's hard to get out there. He knows his way around the ring, and yeah, he come on the go. He didn't just lie down and come and get paid. So yeah, it was. I really enjoyed it. I was enjoying myself, letting my hands go, put on a couple of shots, and yeah, I didn't have it my own way at all. So good 6 rounds, and now we push on to bigger and better things. You
wouldn't want it any other way. You would want somebody to come in here and have a go with it. I mean, you mentioned the long layoff there. I think it was December, the Josh Kelly fight with yourself. So it is a long layoff, 7 months out the ring. So I'm guessing with the big fights on the horizon, which I am going to talk about, you wanted that 6 rounds where somebody is going to come and test you, isn't going to lie down, maybe hit you a good couple of shots, and that's what you got tonight.
Yeah, definitely, because I wanted to, like you say, I previously had me surgery on my elbow, so I really wanted to test it out and really let that go. And that's exactly what I was done tonight. Let my hands go, throwing uppercuts, throwing hooks, throwing solid jabs, and hasn't failed me once, so leaps of confidence there moving forward.
I told you I heard a rumour, jokingly, about a possible fight now. Caoimhin Agyarko has been mentioned. Eddie Hearn seems like he wants to make that fight, possibly for the Katie Taylor-Chantel Cameron rematch out in Dublin. For you, though, looking ahead at somebody like Caoimhin Agyarko, an undefeated fighter, you've been in fights of the year with Ted Cheesemans and all that, you've done it all. What does that fighter like Caoimhin Agyarko do for your career at this stage?
Yeah, obviously, that brings the fire in my belly. Obviously, that's still burning there, so I'd really be able to get up for that sort of fight. Last I heard, he didn't sign no fight, but like you say, obviously, I've heard a couple of rumours that it's the fight signed and sealed, so hopefully I've got to head back to my phone now, see a couple of messages, or over the weekend get something sorted. But yeah, I'm making a name of myself for upsetting Eddie Hearn's fighters, and if that fight does happen in November, did you say it was?
November, I think.
In November, in Dublin, I'll go over there and I'll upset the apple cart once again.
No fear going to the Lion's Den. You know how passionate these Irish fans are for their own. Troy Williamson coming over there to face an Irishman in Ireland. No fear?
Nah, no fear at all. Obviously, that's what I thrive off. Being out of boxing Belfast before, and I take a good car. I'll take a fair few hundred over there, not a problem. You know, get the plane over. I'll be able to take a fair few hundred over there, so there'll be a Trojan army over there making some noise. But yeah, Lions Den. Obviously, I think he's Belfast, not even Dublin, so. Yeah, I probably have the crowd on my side.
When you look at the 154-pound division, Troy, now where Charlo fighting Canelo, he hasn't fought at 154 for 2 years by the time he faces Canelo. Them world titles are going to be fragmented, they're going to scatter. Now, obviously you got a little bit more building to do, so with that being said, being in the 154-pound division with these vacant titles, going to look like they will be vacant. Is that still the main goal for you going into 2024, is to make an assault on these world titles? Yeah,
definitely. Obviously, from when I first ever laced the gloves up, that's obviously the goal was to become a world champion. Otherwise, I wouldn't have started boxing. Previously, from my last fight, I believe that I was only a handful of fights away from it. Obviously, took a little setback, but like you say, it's how you bounce back, and I'm ready to bounce back in supreme fashion. 154, 160. I boxed at 160 there, and I'm big and I'm strong at 160, so I can bounce between both weights pretty comfortable. So whatever opportunity brings, yeah, I can fight any fight at 154, 160. But the aim is to drop back down to 154 if this fight happens, and yeah, make a statement.
Listen, Troy, congratulations on the win again. Good to see you back. Good to see you smiling. And listen, if that fight happens in November, I'll be there. So I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Cheers, Troy. Thank you, mate. Thank you.
join us for the very first IFL Live at London's Indigo at the O2, Sunday, August the 13th, with me, Cook and Cassius, and some very special guests, Eddie Hearn, Darren Barker, Johnny Fisher and more. Tickets now on sale. So in the words of Eddie Hearn,
you get up, you dress up, and you fucking shut up.